All right, good morning. I'm a scrub tech and I'm going to be showing you how to do your scrub for the day. There's different choices. You got about 4 different choices at the facility I'm at right now. This is the one that I like. Start by opening your pack. I rip open that top layer. Put it on a surface like that, throw that in the trash can. Make sure that you take your wedding rings off, anything like that. Not allowed in the operating room. Get my fingers a little wet. Scrub my fingers on the pack like this to get it in my fingernails. And then you take this little pick and you just dig under each fingernail, making sure that there is nothing under there. And that's bacteria holding back there. You don't want any of that going over it. I'm doing this pretty fast. I've already done this today. All right, now grab a pack, get it wet, sud it up, squeeze it, get it all suddy, get the soap on the bristle side, and then 10 seconds. Count to 10. Get it under your fingernails good. Each hand. Set it up again, get your hands wet. Then you scrub by planes. So here's 1 plane, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. So 10 strokes on each plane. And I do it fast, so, you know, if my count is off, but technically you want to do 10 times up and down. I probably do it more than that and just scrub each plane. Top, side, and back. And you repeat this process on each finger. Now, if you're first time doing this, your muscles are probably going to be worked out a bit. And you're going to be like, man, I remember doing it first time. Now my muscles are just used to it. You probably won't be able to go as fast as me as if this is your first time doing it, but you'll get there. All comes in due time. Each plane on each finger. Count to 10. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, or just 10 strokes up and down. Now after that point, you've got your fingers, you've done all your planes. Now you move to the palm of your hand and you want to do 20 circular motions and get in all those grooves in your hand. And then you want to do the top portion of your hand, same thing, 20. I just kind of do circular motions back and forth, making sure I get both sides of my hand. All right, then after you do this hand, you move to your next hand. And each plane 10 times. Now when you do your thumb right here, you want to make sure you go all the way down and get your whole thumb from here up. Now you always want to do this in the beginning of your day. When I get to the hospital, I get into my scrubs, and this is one of the first things I do after talking to your main OR charge nurse or whoever you're going to. As soon as I'm done talking with them, checking in, getting the phones, whatever you need to do or make sure, then this is my very next step. You never know what's going to walk through that door, whether you're slow or you're not. You just want to get this scrub done first thing in the day. I'm doing the palm again, 20, but I'm going to get it a little more wet, kind of drying out on me. 20 strokes. All right, now once you got your both hands, now you work up your arms. Now, same thing. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. You're going to do it 10 times, all the way up to your elbow. You'll see. So right here, 10 times. 10 times. Now I like to go back through it and just make sure. Now going up to the elbow, you want to make sure you get your elbow real good. You got lots of creases right there. You don't want to miss anything. About 2 inches above the elbow, they say. This is my routine. This is how I do my scrub. Go up a little bit more. All right, now we've got one arm done. Let's go to your next. And if you're doing this to be sterile right away, you want to make sure that your hands are up like this and the soap is running down your arms. You don't want to have it down like this and have the soap running down your fingers like this. I am not doing this to be sterile right away. I'm just doing this as my first scrub in the day. I don't have a surgery scheduled right now. Sometimes my arms get tired and they just fall, but if you're doing it to be sterile, make sure those hands stay up and the soap is running down, not back up. Now the elbow is kind of awkward, you know, it's a little hard. You'll get it after you do it a couple times. You'll learn what you have to do. Elbow is always the hard one. All right, there we go. I toss this in the trash can and you wash off. You keep your fingers up in the air like this and you just go down like this. And you want to go like this. Back and forth, especially if you're going to be going sterile right after the scrub. You want the water to run down your elbow. Sometimes the motion sensor doesn't want to work. You gotta step back into it. There we go. Oop. There we go. And it doesn't want to work with me. Just run it back through. You're gonna have to go through a couple times. Now, once again, if you're doing this to be sterile, make sure your hands don't touch anything on this sink. And then at this point, you would walk into the OR room and you would grab that little towel and you'd fold and dry, throw the towel away, and then gown yourself. I'm doing this not going in sterile right now. So I'm gonna grab this towel over here, which is not sterile. I'm not sterile. I've just done my scrub for the day. And that is pretty much the basic scrub to get started for the day. There you go. Any questions, let me know.